is what's great about sports. This is what the greatest thing about sports is. You play to win the game. Hello? You play to win the game.
Winning isn't everything, but it's the only thing. In our business, there is no second place. Either you're first or you're last.
Ain't this what they've been waiting for? You ready?
And now, the W with Walls and the Crew.
Good morning.
Where winning isn't everything, it's the only thing. On 100.1 FM.
Good morning.
And Facebook Live.
Right back like we never left. Another Saturday morning talking sports and pop culture with the W Show. If you haven't tuned in before, we appreciate you making us a part of your Saturday morning with us, hanging out. It's a deceptive 50 degrees outside this morning, man. You look outside, it's like, oh, man, we're going to have a nice 75, 80-degree day. Nah.
Yeah, we had
hoodie weather.
90 degrees on, for those of you that are not in Kansas City, we had 90-degree weather on Thursday,
Wednesday and Thursday,
and then Friday it dropped to 60, and it didn't even feel like 60. It felt like a brisk 35.
Yeah.
And like that wind chill was nuts.
Yeah, very surprising. Because you get those notifications on your phone from like mine come from like Google, and it says 50 degrees on whatever day that was, Friday, 50 degrees tomorrow, will be 39 degrees cooler. Then I'm like, what?
Yeah.
That doesn't even make sense.
Yeah, that was a huge shift, and it was nuts to even witness.
Man, C. Lenz, how was your week?
My week's been good. I've been inside, so I haven't experienced any of this.
Like caveman over there.
Yeah, but y'all be safe though.
Q, how was your week, man?
Shoot, my week was good. It was a pretty chill week. Getting back to some DJ gigs and stuff now that we're defrosting. I mean, we didn't even really have to defrost, actually. So, but yeah, just getting back to the the norm.
Yeah, man. I just been watching basketball, baseball. Shout out to baseball. We back, baby.
Are we?
Yes.
I don't think nobody knew but baseball players.
Nah, man, we back. We all the way back. I've been kind of fanning a little bit, just especially watching my son play.
So for the World Baseball Classic, like losing like that, is that something that baseball fans like lick their wounds, or it's like
Nah, because thing about it is you have so many guys from U.S. teams that are spread across, and then you only have like a sprinkle of really like international players that are playing in it. So really, it's just you picking your best players from whatever nationality or wherever they're from, and then you kind of putting them on a team, but they're still U.S. players.
Is it better than the NBA All-Star Weekend?
Yes.
100%.
Yes.
Okay.
It's smoking them. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah. Because you got to remember, like NBA All-Star Weekend, like you'll have your basketball fan. But then it's like a who's who.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like it's a and then not everybody goes, because then it's they'll have it in Indianapolis and it's 10 degrees outside and it's like, nah, I really ain't fooling with that. But World Baseball Classic, I mean, they have it split over 4 countries.
Yeah.
Well, 3 countries really, because I mean you got Puerto Rico, well that's US, but you got Puerto Rico, Houston, Miami, and then Japan. That's where the 4-game pool play was played.
Yeah.
And then you get down to like quarterfinals, and then it's played in Miami and Houston. And then for the semifinal and the final, it's played in Miami. So,
nah, it sounds like a good time. It's just
the best game I've ever been to in all of sports ever.
And I like the fact that they loosened up on the celebrations for the World Baseball Classic. Like I really enjoy seeing those clips. I just haven't immersed myself in one of those WBC games, so I'm gonna have to
Yeah, and the cool thing about it is you don't have to like really watch from the beginning, like from pool play. You can catch the final.
6th inning.
Yeah, like no, you can catch the final and then be right where you need to be because you got all the best players, quote unquote, in the world. But the best players, I mean, you think of like the Aaron Judge, the Bobby Wicks, they didn't even play their best.
Yeah,
which is crazy. So. Yeah. They didn't even play their best.
What you got to say?
Don't get me started on Aaron Judge. That's all I'm gonna say. You know, I'm sick of it.
Sick of it. You sick of him underperforming? Is that what it is?
Yes, it's looking very James Harden-esque right now.
Oh, really?
When it's when it's time to show up, Captain was not there. Captain was already in the locker room packing up his bags. Yeah. He was already in New York. he was ready to lead off the Yankees. So yeah, I'm done with Aaron Judge.
Yeah, man. But yeah, World Baseball Classic. If anybody watching or listening has an opportunity to go the next 3 years from now when it's played again, go because it's definitely one of those top sports in like the U.S. to go to.
Yeah,
and I haven't been to. I've been to a couple of Chiefs games in other countries. I haven't been to a soccer match like Manchester United and yeah, like Liverpool or something like that. Yeah.
And I think one of those Euro League games might change American perspective if you go. Just even seeing them on TV, it just looks like like here we see what is it, the Calderon?
Yeah, Cauldron.
And the Cauldron,
yeah.
And it looks crazy. But then you get these Euro League games and it looks like 100 times that. Yeah. So.
And I want to real quick shout out to KU as they made it to the Women's Basketball Invitational Tournament, WBIT, not the national tournament, but it's the the NIT, men's NIT. Yeah. So they're made to the Final Four in WBIT. They'll play Yale tomorrow, on Monday in Wichita. So the Final Four for WBIT is in Wichita, which is crazy. You got Wisconsin and then KU and Yale. And yeah, it's pretty dope.
Yeah, what's up with you and shouting out KU? You feeling okay?
No. Like after I talked to Samaya, I became a fan of hers.
Okay,
and watching her play in the Big 12 tournament last couple years, it's like, man, she grew up right in front of us.
Yeah,
and I'm just trying to help push her forward.
Yeah, definitely.
Gotta shout out our local folks, man.
And I saw it was they had a map of and I think this was just for men's, but they had a map of like all the players that were how many states had different players in the tournament, and Missouri had 13. I think it was like second to Florida.
Yeah, and talking about in men's.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's crazy. I didn't know it was that many prospects out of Missouri. So.
A lot. Shout out to all the young guys playing basketball. We're gonna talk. There's a topic we're going to talk about when we want to talk about it when everybody's here, so that way we can get the full effect of talking NIL deals plus people holding their kids back.
That's
we're going to talk about that. But we got a lot to talk about today. Of course, we're going to dive into Patrick Mahomes. He's back. I guess a little bit. He's back throwing footballs after his ACL surgery 3 months ago, which is crazy. We'll talk Travis Kelce. He inked a new deal. Plus some surprising news coming out of Florida. The GOAT, Tiger Woods, DUI. We'll dive into that. Plus in about 30 minutes, we'll have our sneakers of the week. Let's get to today's headlines.
And now, here are the biggest sports headlines from this week. We bring them to you every Saturday morning on The W with Walls and the Crew on 100.1 FM and Facebook Live.
All right, Kansas City Chiefs quarterback Patrick Mahomes throwing football again 3 months after ACL tear. Mahomes suffered, of course, the ACL injury on December 14th in Week 15 against the Chargers. We all know ACL takes about, 9 months or so, give or take.
9 months to a year, yeah.
Yeah, to fully recover from. Well, we talked about his status of 2026 season kind of being up in the air, whether he's going to start week 1, whether he's going to take 4 games off, or whatever it may be. There's a video of Pat dropping back, throwing a football. He had a black compression sleeve on his knee.
Exactly.
Let's see Patrick throwing a football.
I know that one pass was like a hit or crack to Chiefs fans. I know, yeah.
I think it was. I don't know, but I know,
yeah.
Was.
Y'all been cold turkey since December and didn't know how to act this January and February. And I know that was like crack. Oh,
nah, it's crazy though, man. Because you think about just the fact that 3 months after surgery, he's back, been able to put that much pressure. Because I mean, it looked like he didn't like favor his leg at all from what I saw.
No,
the angle. It looked like he just threw the ball like normal.
Yeah, no, and it's not his, it's not his plant leg.
Yeah.
So that's a good sign. But also when it comes to running the ball, escaping the pocket, things like that, he's not structurally ready.
Yeah, no, not right. Not 3 months after. No way.
And so again, once we get to August and September, he needs to chill till almost Halloween. Because games don't start till the second week of September.
Yeah.
And then you get a month from then. You'll be the second week in October. So that needs to be the window of,
I don't know, man,
of Mr. Fields getting acclimated to a very run heavy Eric Bieniemy led offense. If Andy Reid allows it.
You're talking 11 months. That's 11 months from the date of his injury.
Would you rather 11 months go by, or would you rather him re-injure his knee like on some Klay Thompson, type beat, and then lose him for yet another season? Or would you rather this season sit 4 to 6 weeks, get back healthy because they've played a whole new season of postseason playoff games in his first 6-7 years in the league?
Yep.
So what's wrong with that 4 to 6 weeks?
I would say now you and Mike kind of killed my what I've been saying the past 3 weeks or so. I don't want y'all to get it confused. Like, I'm just saying force him to come back, like, or prematurely come back. I'm talking like week 1, if he's and nobody's ever football ever 100%, right? Like they always playing with some kind of nagging something. Yeah. I'm saying if he's functional to be able to where like, hey, you is about as good as you gonna be able to get. I don't see a reason why there's a problem for him to come back week 1. Like, especially you think about from December to September, that's 9 months.
I mean, can somebody get RG3's right knee on the line? Because
I'm just going off of what's been happening recently. Like, you've got Jason Tatum, who came back from an Achilles injury to 9 months after play. And that's, everyone has said a year, almost a year long thing before you're even able to. So he's been back into the fold, and you got to think about it. He came back 9 months, but what about the training leading up to that 9 months recovery? I mean, the recovery. Yeah. He had to start playing at least 3-4 weeks before that. So you're talking 8 months where he's putting pressure and things like that on his Achilles. And I would feel like basketball with an Achilles injury is more significant than football with an ACL. As far from a quarter, I'm not talking about receiver, but I'm talking about from a quarterback standpoint.
Nah, because I feel like, and I think this is an issue, that came up with the LED court. I feel like you have much more stability on a hardwood court than you do on a football field. And a football field is very different because not only do you have guys like screaming at you, like we have rush ends in the league now that run sub 4 or 540s.
Correct.
So you have these guys crashing in. You have a lot of bodies on the ground. You have a lot of ways to get hurt on a football field that I think that you don't have in basketball. And I feel like I correct me if I'm wrong, but I feel like you're cutting way harder and faster on a football field than you are in basketball. Like basketball, you've got your Euro steps, you got things like that. I mean, football, you're pretty much running downhill on grass or turf. And I feel like those surfaces are a little harder on, your knee and your hips than a basketball court. And
I would say it's more in spurts than it is basketball.
And that's what I'm saying.
Like basketball,
basketball is more endurance.
Yeah,
like
you're continually running, cutting. I mean, because you go to a gym, all you hear is skirt, 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 skirt.
And
football,
you'll hear that.
It's like,
but football, every play for 4 seconds, you are
that's
exerting.
the skill players. But we're talking about a quarterback who, I mean, he's from
quarterback is still exerting.
Shotgun. I mean, we just saw him throw the football, and I mean, he didn't take too much. Because if that's the case, he wouldn't have been able to throw the football.
That was just a range of motion test. And for anybody that's broken a bone or torn some tendons,
you ever tore your ACL before?
I have not. I've broken my pinky finger, and I've dislocated a finger before too. But
I've never torn an ACL either.
When I broke my finger after I think it was after I got my cast off for like the first 4 weeks, that's when we started working on range of motion. That's when we, you start working on the different things just to strengthen those tendons and
get the cartilage back moving. Yeah.
Get things back moving. And that's the point that he's at right now. Very, very soft drills. And I mean, we could even look at it again. Like he's not necessarily like cutting. And you see how simple that was? Simple.
That was his plant foot though. He got to use to
he had to jump off of the plant foot. Your front foot.
Well, I mean, your front foot. Sorry, your front foot.
Your front foot is not necessarily taking on the weight, because as a quarterback, as a batter, like a lot of that is the same. When you look at, I mean, even pitchers.
Watch one more time.
Yeah.
He used his weight on his front to bring up his back when he threw it.
That was his gather step. So like again, you're pushing off of that back foot. And it's the same thing in baseball. It's the same thing for pitchers and hitters.
We need we had the pro football doc on a few years back. We need to give him a call and
definitely
have a conversation.
Because again, in that instance, you're still trying to strengthen those tendons. So you have your sleeve. He probably doesn't have anything under that sleeve.
No brace
because it's a 50 to 60% day. You're not going above that at all. So again, it's a range of motion test. It's the smallest of stress tests, because again, he's not moving laterally. He's going back and forth. And that's all that knee is going to handle for right now. And so again, when you get into the Junes, the Julys, the Augusts, he's not going to be able to play 100% then.
That's 6 months.
Not me saying he's not going to. I'm not even. I don't even like to be that guy that discredits players, and especially professional athletes. But again, as far as caution, this is your $500 million quarterback.
Yeah.
And
you gotten all you need to get out of him. If he never played again, you've gotten all your $500 million out of that.
Chiefs fans do not want to hear that.
They don't.
And especially asking for, like, expecting him to be back week 1. Like,
so real quick, we talked about other players, Jason Tatum. Another guy came back from Achilles injury, Brett Favre, much older than Patrick. 9 months, or what was it, 3 weeks after he was back to practicing.
Yeah.
After his Achilles surgery.
Yeah. We saw Adrian Peterson come back from this same injury in 8 months' time.
So, and he takes more abundant impact than Pat.
He definitely does, but we know that he's a head case also. Like, this is a guy that's suffered probably an uncountable amount of concussions. So yeah, he's gonna do that.
Yeah.
But he probably only played a year or two after that. You know, it was after that he was not the same because his body took a lot more. Patrick, on the other hand, his style of play is not is not the style of play you want to come back 8 months after that type of injury. 8, 9 months? No, I mean, I think
with the technology and that stuff now, I think you can.
Yes,
we're gonna see.
Yes,
we're gonna get the football doc on and talk as well. Chiefs tight end Travis Kelce, he inked a new contract with the Chiefs, and it's been reported that it's a 3-year, $54.7 million deal. And real quick, I want people to understand. Although it's a 3-year deal, it's not going to be that at all. Truth is, he essentially signed a 1-year, $12 million guaranteed deal, according to league sources. The language was tacked on to that. Of course, that makes it 3 years. He has a $40 million. It's basically a $40 million deal, which is if he's on the Chiefs roster in 2027. It's basically a bonus that he will get, but it'll be restructured if he just so happens to come back next year.
No,
it'll be restructured, and it's called a 50% rule, collective bargaining. Basically, the team split that money over the course of 3 years.
Yeah, and that's what the Eagles have taken advantage of. They pushed a lot of money down the road, but for Travis, this deal is similar to the deals that like a LeBron pioneered, isn't it? Where you get it's almost like a 1-and-1 type deal.
Yeah.
And this is a 1 and 2 years deal because he gets 2 years on the option.
Yeah. So basically, the structure of the contract is Kelce's deal is $4.9 million against salary cap this season, then $3.5 million in 2027 and $3.5 million in 2028. So, but the value of it was $54.7 million. So basically, to receive the rest of the $40 million in 2028 remains part of the Chiefs roster. On June 8th, 2027, that's when he'll get the money, but it'll be restructured because I feel like he's 2 seasons left, and that's it. It's
really,
yeah. I feel like he's 2 seasons left.
And that's crazy because it was, I mean, even before this past season, I think it was 2 seasons before that where I think the rumor was that he was going to be done after 2 years. So
not when you look at where he is. I mean, he's still top 3 in catches, in yards, touchdowns. When you think about just where he's at in the season, just the season, I feel like the bigger microscope was on he and Patrick Mahomes because, of course, and Chris Jones because they're the leaders of the team.
If they go to the Super Bowl this past year,
he's done.
And no, I'm saying if this past year, if they would have went to the Super Bowl at all, win or loss, do you think he retires then? No Patrick injury and a Super Bowl?
I think on a loss, it's still running back, or not even running back. It's like let's try to get back there again. I'm gonna give it one more shot. But I feel like you've got to set he's not going to be done until he sets himself at the beginning of the season to say, hey, this is my last season.
Who's done that? Because we still haven't seen that from like an Aaron Rodgers.
Nah, I mean, we ain't going to see that from A-Rod. We're not going to see that from him.
But I'm saying, what football player has done that? Have we seen a football player in the recent past that had so much as a farewell tour? And I don't feel like we've had one. I feel like the last couple of big retirements, your Tom Brady's, your thing, like Tom Brady was set to retire and then he did the biggest FU move and went south.
Yeah. I don't think people have been able to get the opportunity to. Because you get and we can talk about Travis's brother, Jason. Before he even had the opportunity to say, hey, I'm retiring, the news was coming out of their locker room of like he's sitting there and he's emotional and Jason Kelce will retire after this game. He's done no more. And then 2 weeks later, or he said, no, I'm not retiring. And 2 weeks later, he comes out and does the whole retirement thing. Like, hey, I'm retiring.
Yeah, because I think he wanted to control the narrative of that. And I get that, but I don't know if it's
Aaron Donald didn't get to do that. I'm just thinking of big name guys. I'm not sure. If you guys think about that and put it in the chat, Seaglins, you know?
Well, and I think part of that is like, shoot, it's the end of the season. You've experienced every emotion, every pain possible throughout the season. So once that January, February time frame hits, it's like, do I really want to spend the spring and the summer doing this all over again?
I feel like with football players, they're a little stubborn as well. So they probably don't want to say anything. I think they want to go through like a off season or training camp and, like you said, see if their body can still handle it, and if they can't, then they'll probably call it quits in the summer. But I can't remember any farewell tours in football, not up top of my head. So.
Yeah, no, because I feel like the biggest retirement we've seen lately is a Tom Brady, and even him, he was reluctant.
he doubled back and broke the Chiefs' heart one more time, and then I remember that. I remember that for sure.
Yeah, he did, because that was a big deal for him going to Tampa.
JJ Watt.
So,
I'm just googling. I'm googling. He said JJ Watt did it.
Yeah, he did.
He did a farewell tour.
Yeah.
Okay.
Said I'm retiring after this season.
Yeah, he was with the Cardinals, and they had played a tribute video for him during the game or something.
Mm-hmm.
And he played a few snaps, and then the coach pulled him out. Was like, "You're done."
Yeah, because I feel like it wasn't really a farewell tour because he didn't really play. Because I feel like he was hurt. But I think that's him, assessing himself before the season. Okay, let me go get this one last contract. I'm not playing a whole lot. Serve as a veteran in the locker room. But I feel like, again, football is way harder on your body than like a sport like basketball. Yeah. And you could just, you look at the sheer amount of games they play. So
and you got, I don't know. You got to be a media savvy guy to be able to. Because when Kobe did it, and that's what came with the Kobe tour, right? When Kobe did it, it was just like, oh man, I'm done after this season. I'm calling it quits. This is it. My contract's up. And he did the whole tour. We drove down to OKC to watch him play.
And Kobe was getting $50 million a year by the time he retired. So I think that makes a big difference as well. The difference in salaries that you're having between basketball and football, because this Travis deal is what, 3 years for 40 what?
3 years, $54 million.
$54 million. Kobe was making that in one season. In literally one season, to throw up 50 shots a game.
Yeah. Well, I know we'll see. I think he'll, because I asked him, I'm gonna have to replay that on social media. My question asking him, about does he want to do the Kobe tour, and he was like, nah, that's not me, man. But I'm gonna relive that this for the next couple weeks. Man, Kelce's back, but will he do the Kobe tour? Because it's like you said, guys don't really want to announce hey, I'm gonna be done, because people get emotional. Then if if the season doesn't pan out, but it could work the opposite way. It could work hey man, this is last ride, let's do it for him.
And that's what the overarching feeling was going into that New Orleans Super Bowl. It's Travis's last year.
Yeah,
we want a three-peat for him. Everybody wanted to see the Cinderella story.
What if he and Andy announced at the same time?
I think it would. Let me not say that. I'm being a hater, because I was gonna say I think it would be relief for Chiefs fans, because you get rid of Andy and be able to pull in a guy that's going to utilize the run because they need it. But that's me standing on my high horse. But not high horse. I think that's just me hating at the end of the day. Because as a fan of another team, Andy needs to get his get out of here. Get your get all your shit. Pack all this shit up. Get out of here. But no, I think that would be dope. And I think the fans, well, not even the fans, I think the team could really capitalize off of that if they did a final run, and it could be they could announce in like December and talk about, like we're going on this playoff run. Let's do it one more time type thing.
Yeah.
And I think that would be dope. And the marketing team should be able to capitalize off of that.
Kind of like Bad Boys One Last Ride.
Yeah.
One Last Ride. yeah. And if they come out with that, we said it first. The Bad Boys, One Last Ride, One Last Ride.
Yeah.
All right. Some surprising news coming out of Florida yesterday. Tiger Woods, he was arrested for DUI and has been released from jail after a rollover crash. Let's hear from Martin, Florida sheriff after he addressed news outlets yesterday.
The individual driving that Land Rover was able to crawl out the passenger door of the car and was identified to be Mr. Tiger Woods. Our DUI investigators came to the scene here, and Mr. Woods did exemplify signs of impairment. They did several tests on him. Of course, he did explain the injuries and the surgeries that he had. We did take that into account. But they did do some in-depth roadside tests. And when it was determined, he was placed under arrest and taken to the Martin County Jail. At the Martin County Jail, and even on scene, we really weren't suspicious of alcohol being involved in this case, and that proved to be true at the jail. So Mr. Woods did a breathalyzer test, blew 000s, but when it came time for us to ask for a urinalysis test, he refused, and so he's been charged with DUI, with property damage, and refusal to submit to a lawful test. In the crash, no one was injured. Mr. Woods did not seem to be injured at all, and the other gentlemen were not injured. But this happened a few hours ago, so I've given you the information that I have right here, right now.
He'll get off.
Yeah, that's what a lawyer said in Florida as well.
Yeah, he'll get off. And that's things that your lawyer is supposed to tell you. You passed the breathalyzer, so no need to further incriminate yourself. When it comes to DUI stops, if you guys have friends that are lawyers, and especially that handles traffic cases, a lot of lawyers will give you some good, I'm not going to say it on here because I'm not a lawyer, but there's different ways around it. And if you could pass that breathalyzer test, look, whatever you need to do, arrest me, book me, whatever, we could fight this in court.
Yeah.
We'll be good. And for him not to give his urine, because for him to say that, we suspected alcohol, but there was no alcohol. Okay. Right. So what was he impaired by? And no cop is not an American cop is trained to test you, to see what you're on. Like it's still cops faking that they're like passing out just from touching fentanyl. So like I don't think there's any type of training that a cop can tell you exactly what what you're impaired by. But for him to say, he told us about the surgeries he had and the medications he's on. So that's
he was coherent enough to do that. I'm telling you, hey, I got this knee surgery. I got this back surgery. I'm just coming back. I'm here. So to me, I feel like you said, he blew 000s, means he hadn't had any alcohol. It's just a car accident. Like, granted, he said he was on pain medications. That's what you'll find in his urine. Yeah. It's better for him to just say, nope, I'm not, and let the minds wonder. Whereas if you go and take a urine sample, there's no telling what else, you'll find in my urine. Right. Yeah. Like, so, I'd rather not, and then just let your minds do whatever. Then I'll come out with a statement and say, hey, I was not intoxicated. I was on pain medication, and tired, whatever.
Yeah. And there's a lot of ways that he could beat this, and I don't think this adds to the saga. I think we had a lot more when his wife was chasing him with a 9-iron in the front yard.
Yeah,
I think that was a little more detrimental to him than this. Because even a DUI, it just sounds like formalities for them, and they're trying to catch him on something. But I mean, it it was him hitting another car, but his car was the only one that flipped over, right?
So it was a truck, and he was going around the truck on a 2-lane road, and his car nicked the side of the trailer. However it happened, I guess it was a curb and nicked the side of the trailer and flipped on its side.
Yeah, and he's in not a Range Rover. What was the Rover he's in? The Land Rover.
Yep.
So Land Rovers are pretty tall too. So he'll come out of this one unscathed.
And people are wondering, will Tiger before this accident happened, will Tiger even play? He was training for the Masters. He made his return to professional golf on Tuesday as part of the TGL Indoor Golf Final, whereas Jupiter Links Golf Club, came up short. They ended up losing, but it was the first competition that he's seen since 2024.
Yeah.
That was after he had his Achilles injury.
Yeah, he'll be good.
Yeah, so. That's good old Tiger Woods story for you guys, but I think, like you said, he'll be all right.
Yeah,
especially if he comes and plays in the Masters and does well.
Yeah, he'll be fine. Yeah, we've seen worse from the sports world.
All right, we're gonna take a quick break. Coming up, we'll dive into some bracket talk, some NCAA basketball. Plus, one of the coaches from a Power 4 school has been fired. He gone. We'll talk about that plus more. This is the W Show.
You're tuned in to the W with Walls and the Crew, where winning isn't everything. It's the only thing. On 100.1 FM and Facebook Live. You're tuned in to the W with Walls and the Crew, where winning isn't everything. It's the only thing. On 100.1 FM and Facebook Live.
Remember to use hashtag talk about it, and we'll talk about whatever topic you want. You can send us a message, tweet us, do whatever you want. We'll talk about whatever topic you got going on in your mind today. Some NCAA news. How's you guys' brackets going?
Let me pull it back up because I need to go through the screenshots in the group because I was, 80 and 90% on both of my brackets. And then a set of games after that, I dropped down below 50 in both of my brackets. Like how?
So and then there were 8. So now we've got 8 teams that made it to the Elite 8. You have number 1 Duke, you got UConn, Illinois, Iowa, Michigan, Tennessee, Arizona, and Purdue.
Yeah, and only one team is still standing in my bracket that I predicted. Everything else is a red X. Well, Duke. I had Duke. No, because I think I had Michigan State beating Duke. So Duke getting as far as a surprise for me. So
yeah, I had Arizona winning the whole thing. So anything else can matter, but Arizona, all they gotta do is win it.
Yeah, because I was picking Florida to go back to repeating the championship game. To at least go back to the championship game. So for them to fall, what was that, last week? That was kind of tough to see. And even my, it's funny because my women's bracket is still at 73%. So, but my men's brackets out there, they're sad. It's 31% and 23%. Like,
see, Lynn, is your bracket cooked or what?
I got 2 of them. One's at 95%. The other one's at 81%.
Okay. Your winner, you got the same winner on both?
No, I have two different winners. I was tripping on the first one. I had Michigan State, and my second one's UConn. I
Okay.
think UConn could pull through, but I really don't want them to win.
You're a UConn hater?
Yeah.
Okay. Why?
Something off about that coach. I can't quite put my finger on it, but something off. Something ain't right up there. But I mean, his style is. You could see it through the players. Like the way he acts on the sideline, it looks crazy, but like his players share that same mentality, and that's why they beat everybody. So I feel like they could definitely make it back. But I'm pulling for the Big 12 team. I'm pulling for Arizona.
Yeah. After watching Arizona play for a week, that's when I knew. I'm like, yeah, they tough. They tough to beat. Yeah. Tough team with some older guards, bigger guards.
No, only one older guard because the Burries is a freshman.
Oh, is he?
Yeah,
that's right.
He's a freshman. So, but that goes to show like that elite guard play could really get you far. Especially in this college league, like it's some very elite guard play going on right now.
And real quick, shout out Jada Williams, friend of the show from Kansas City, Iowa State guard. She has entered transfer portal. She'll be a senior this year, and she's looking to take her game to another school.
That's interesting.
Me and Steve were talking about it before the show, and we were throwing out some schools. Where do you think she could end up landing?
TCU.
Oh yeah, that's a good pick.
A lot in the Big 12. We talk about Big 12 too.
Her and Olivia Miles would be a crazy backcourt.
It definitely would.
Addie Brown is leaving too, junior from Iowa State.
Oh wow! Because this is Audi Crooks last year, isn't it? Wasn't this her senior season? I feel like this. Sure. I feel like this was her last season together because I feel like that was the big deal about Addie Brown and Jada Williams coming onto the squad because it was adding Addie Brown as a shooter and then a nice point guard and Jada to be able to complement what Audi Crooks does because I feel like she's set to go to the draft.
Junior.
She's a junior?
Audi Cooks is a junior.
Okay.
Says she's undecided whether she'll come back for her senior season or go to the
draft. She might go now.
So that leaves. So if you're that's your teammate, right? I'm thinking more that I'm going because you got to have that conversation. Like, hey, I'm thinking more that I'm going to go, into the draft. Oh, okay, all right, well, cool. Appreciate you letting me know. That way, I'm not gonna sit here without you. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna go to where I can win, or at least get the bag.
Do players have that conversation, especially in college?
Yeah, you got to. I mean, we homies at the end of the day. You had that conversation like, hey, I'm thinking I'm going, enter the draft. All right, well, cool. I might just go ahead and enter the portal then. Let me know that way I can enter the portal. Cool. Yep. I think I'm gonna enter the draft. I'm not going to announce it yet, but yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and enter.
Yeah,
cool.
I definitely think that's the case because that Iowa State team, they're very close. Like off the court, they're always with each other. So I think that definitely could have been a conversation that was had because I don't think they would just up and leave without saying nothing or without being considerate of
at the same time.
Yeah. But with NIL, you never know.
Yeah. And Audi could be very well waiting for, the end of the season championship game, because their draft it's like April, isn't it?
Yeah, it comes up right next.
Because I feel, and it might even be in March.
Because the WNBA scene, they get ready, they go to camp, and then they play.
Yeah, because the preseason game is a month away from here. Yeah. So yeah, but I'm interested to see where Jada goes. Because I don't know if she doesn't stay in the Big 12. I feel like she stays in the Big 12, but if she doesn't stay in the Big 12, because where did she start? USC?
No, she started at UCLA.
It was UCLA?
Wasn't it UCLA?
I thought it was.
I think she started in the Big 12. She was at Arizona the first 2 years and then transferred to Iowa State for a junior year.
Yeah.
But,
Okay.
she had offers from like UCLA, USC, all that.
She committed to UCLA and then decommitted and went to Arizona.
Yeah.
Oh, is
Yeah.
that what it was?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah. Because when we had her on the show, I feel like she was saying it was going to be USC. But if she doesn't stay Big 12, I think she goes to the SEC. I really liked how a lot of these SEC teams looked, especially in the tournament. A lot of them look really good, and the SEC and Jada's a scrappy player, and I feel like the SEC is a little more scrappy. So players like that might enjoy being down there because I mean, let's see, you got Flau'jae that's going to leave LSU, and I mean she's more of a 2 guard, but
I feel like she's going to go to a school that has more leniency as a coach. Like she's not going to go to a Don Staley type program. Because Don Staley is hurt. And I'm just no disrespect to her, but I'm just watching like the movement of like a TCU when we talked about what's the guard for TCU?
Olivia Miles.
Like Olivia, everybody came out and they shooting shirts and she came out in a tank top, like going through warm-ups. Not all coaches are going to let you do that with their program, so you're going to have to go to a school because to me, that's Jada's personality, right? Like she's, want to do like her own thing. And it's there's nothing wrong with individuality, right? But not all coaches are going to allow you to do that. Like a Don Staley program is not going to allow you to do that. We going out here, have our shooting pants on, our shooting shirts, and all going to look the same. Mm-hmm. You can do whatever you want as far as that goes, but we all gonna go out here same time, do the same, and Olivia Miles type and Jada, they're kind of the same type of personality, if y'all get what I'm saying.
No, yeah, I definitely get what you're saying because I think that is her. I think she is her own player. She's very dynamic, and like players like that, a lot of times you don't have to worry about. Mm-hmm. I mean, we could go back in the past to the J.R. Giddens of KU and stuff like that. Sure. Guys that are an outcast, but they may not necessarily be the best talent. Yeah. But then you have a Jada Williams where she's going to give you everything on the court. Yeah. And not even just on the court. Like Jada seems like she's pretty prepared going into each game. Yeah. So it's players like that will, express some sort of individuality. But I don't know. I think she stays within the Big 12. I would like to see her stay within the Big 12. Yeah.
TCU, but TCU would be a good school, I think.
Yeah, no, that would be a great school, and especially looking at the girls that they have on that squad, they definitely have some girls that I think that she could mesh with because I mean they've got 2 shooters. What was it, the Bigby girl and then Suarez? Yeah. If both of those come back, and Jada goes there, I mean you're looking at a pretty powerful team. But again, like she may want to go to the SEC where you have a lot of scrappy teams, and I think that's her style of play that she would want to, be there. So,
all right, Hubert Davis, he's been fired from North Carolina.
This guy,
as North Carolina's men's head basketball coach, the North Carolina men's coach Hubert Davis was fired by the school, bringing a conclusion to his crazy week after his stunning loss, the team's stunning loss to VCU in the first round of the NCAA tournament. So the school did not specify the nature of Davis's departure, but in a statement Tuesday, they just simply called it a change in leadership. But in a post to Instagram, Davis said he was let go by the university and that his desire was to continue to coach at Chapel Hill. So Davis, of course, still has almost $5.5 million of guaranteed money left on his deal. So the university said in a statement that they would honor the terms of his contract.
They said, "You're not that guy, pal. You're not that guy."
So UNC went 24-9 this season, despite a projected, top 5 NBA draft pick. We talked about Caleb Wilson. He sat out the final game due to a thumb injury in North Carolina. They also beat Duke on February 7th to improve to 19-4. but went just 5-5 the rest of the way. So last season, North Carolina, if you guys remember, lost to Ole Miss in a round of 64 after beating San Diego State in the first four. So the Tar Heels were one of the final at-large teams selected to be in last year's tournament, getting a bid despite of a 1-12 record against Quadrant 1 opponents.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so Davis, if you guys remember how the staffing went, it was Roy Williams retired, and then Hubie got the job in 2021. And he spent 9 seasons with Coach Roy Williams as an assistant on the staff.
Yeah. But for them to say, like, we're looking for new leadership, I mean, going in I feel like that's loaded, but that could be my personal bias.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, it's a tough league and big shoes to fill at North Carolina.
Yeah.
I mean, for him to be, this is his first time as a head coach, that's some big shoes to fill. And I mean, for him to be there since 2021, that says a lot, but clearly they were, they were ready to move on.
All right, we're going to take a quick break. Coming up, we'll have our Hater 11 segment. We're going to talk some Steve Kerr news. He says playing 10 fewer games in the league needs to happen. We'll talk about that coming up. This is the W Show.
You're tuned in to the W with Walls and the Crew, where winning isn't everything. It's the only thing. On 100.1 FM and Facebook Live. Tuned in to the W with Walls and the Crew, where winning isn't everything. It's the only thing. On 100.1 FM and Facebook Live.
Remember to use hashtag talk about it, and we'll talk about whatever topic you want. Let's get to our Hater 11 segment.
Bear with me.
It's that time for Love It or Hate It.
Hate it.
If we love it, we talk about it. If we hate it, we move on.
See, Lynn's over there looking at his bracket and stuff. Yeah.
Well, I thought after you said to talk about it, I would have a little more time. Y'all was up. My fault.
All right. For this week's Sneakers of the Week, man. Sorry, it's all right week. You know, we got the Air Jordan 3 Spring. Spring is in here. So this is the time of the year when you get all the spring sneakers.
Okay. Is that pink on the bottom?
Yeah, it's mauve.
I like it.
Okay.
Yeah, those are fire.
What I was trying to pull up was it was related to those threes you just showed. The Wizards revealed their jerseys.
Okay.
Like these pink jerseys.
Oh, nice.
And Trae Young was wearing those threes.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that's fire.
I like those.
What about the Bad Bunny Adidas Bad Bow 1.0 Rise?
I'm on the fence because they look ugly in this photo.
Kind of like Reeboks.
Yeah, but they probably look better in person. I think these are the shoes that look better in person.
Okay, now we're getting somewhere.
I've been saying that for 10 years on this show. What do you mean? But no, because I don't like these on the photo. Like, not at all.
What about the Nike Air Foamposite 1 University Blues?
Because it's a no for me on those.
If I was a North Carolina player, I'll rock them.
Yeah, I get though, if you play for North Carolina, if you're on the football team and this is part of the warm-ups when you walking in, cool. but are you wearing these outside of being an athlete?
Of course. If I'm a Royals player and I'm able to get some spikes put on the bottom of these with the powder blues, whoo, heat. No?
Okay.
All right.
I mean, yes, in that sense, but I'm saying like,
yeah, I wear these.
As far as streetwear,
most definitely. I just don't like. Now that I've gotten older, my like for white soles on shoes.
Yeah,
just get there. Once you wear them, it's like it's a wrap.
Yeah.
Like Air Force. If Air Force Ones wasn't so inexpensive, I would not get those. But like, it's a cool white shoes. But these, you spend $250.
Because like the threes, I could see you in some slacks with these. I see a couple of different things, but with these foam pods, no.
What about the Travis Scott Jordan Jumpman Jacks?
I like these. Because these are like these like the Barclays or are these the Andre Agassi's?
Like the old school Barkley.
Yeah, it's either the Barclays or the Agassi's that these kind of resemble. I like these. Different colorway. They'd probably be one of the best shoes out this year.
Yeah.
But the colorway's not bad.
Yeah. All right. Man, if you guys can hear the music in the background, of course, we're at the Hy-Vee Arena where our studio is at. They're having a dance competition.
Yeah,
so they get into it.
It's a big dance cheer competition. It's nuts out there.
Stomp the yard.
All right, Golden State Warriors head coach Steve Kerr says playing 10 fewer games a season would improve the league. Hate it or love it.
True, he could have went up to 20. I love it. Because I think you can get rid of a couple of these back-to-backs. I don't feel like these NBA players need to be put through that, and especially because they play how many games? Is it 82?
82.
82 games. Let's see what Steve Kerr had to say.
I know this will not be a popular opinion in the league office, but I will continue to say it because it's obvious we need to play fewer games. We need to take 10 games off the schedule. I think it would be great for the league. And I get it. It's revenue, and you'd have to get everybody to agree to take a little less money, and that's a really hard thing to do. But what I know about the league, about coaching, about how hard it is to play the modern game with the pace and the space, I think it would be a more competitive and healthier league if we played fewer games.
I think the league is good with 82 games. I think it starts on a more of a AAU level.
Yeah,
because I mean the difference in games, it's been the same. I mean, think about the Jordan era, and I mean the body isn't any different. I just feel like it's on a youth level. The NBA needs to kind of step in and say, all right, AAU, this is what we need to do. We need to play. You guys need to play fewer games, less practices, things like that. They need to develop a model that way. It's when they're pushing kids forward. We're not doing all this travel and AAU. You're not playing 4 and 5 and 6 games in a day.
I think it's what Q said as well. I think the back-to-backs I think they're terrible. I think that's what caused a lot of these recent Achilles injuries for a lot of the stars. At the beginning of this season, there were teams that had I think they said maybe 7 to 8 back-to-backs within the first month of the NBA.
Yeah.
And I'm that can't happen because you're trying to cram in 82 games. So you got to do these back-to-backs. Yeah. And it's you can see both sides, but at the same time, you don't want all your stars getting hurt, especially with all your stars being some of the older guys in the league still. So it's a slippery slope.
Yeah, because it takes away from the storytelling of the league. And especially when you look at building, these rivalries, when you have, Anthony Edwards against the SGA, you want those guys to be healthy, especially towards this part of the season. Post NFL is done. We're getting through March Madness. This point of the season is where you want these rivalries to be through the roof, and you need to drive those ratings. But I mean, the NBA is going to push back as far as
you got making too much money.
Yeah, and I get it on the revenue end, but I feel like the NBA there's a few things that they could do a lot better, and a lot of it even stems to like TV.
All right, Pittsburgh is closing down schools the week of the NFL draft. Hate it or love it.
I love it. Because didn't we do that here?
I don't remember. I don't think so. I don't think so. Because maybe that Thursday I was so ingrained into it. I don't remember.
Yeah, because I feel like
I think it's a money thing. I think it's they understand like, hey, kids ain't gonna be here. They're gonna be out, and because they get paid by the seat, school districts do. And so what they're doing, they're shifting to virtual learning. So they told all teachers and students we're doing virtual learning day. So I don't know how that's measured with the having seats in school. Mm-hmm. But if you know the kids aren't gonna be there, let's just do virtual learning. That way we still getting paid.
Yeah, no, and I love it for them. Shoot, go enjoy that.
All right, we appreciate everyone who joining on today's show. Get out. Enjoy some of this nice spring weather you're having today. You can come by and cut my grass if you want to. We appreciate everyone who tuned in on today's show. Remember, you can catch a rewind of the W Show on Mondays, 100.1 FM. Until next week, we out of here.
Peace.
The views and opinions expressed on the W Radio Show by the hosts, co-hosts, guests, and call-in listeners are solely the opinions and responsibility of the original source who expressed them. They do not represent the opinions of the W Show, 100.1 FM, One Kansas City Radio, Sideline Sports Talk, Team Wall Street Foundations, or affiliates.